Examples 8 and 9 are also tables, but there's going to be something a little bit different about these tables. So same goal, still trying to write a linear equation, still need a slope and a y-intercept. You've got alternate methods of how to do that. So for this example, I'm just going to pick two ordered pairs instead of using the whole table because I have been basically told this is linear, so I know that I can do this. They just want me to write the equation. So I'm using the ordered pairs -4, 6, and -2, 6. And I see that when I try to find my slope, I've got y minus y is already going to give me a 0 as a numerator over x2 minus x1, -2 minus -4, gives us a +2. 0 over 2 gives us a slope of 0. So hopefully at this point, maybe even before I did this, you saw that all the y values were 6, so there wasn't going to be any changes in the y values, which was going to give us a slope of 0. We now should remember that zero slope lines are horizontal lines, and they always have the equation just y equals the number where it's going to intercept the y-axis. So it's going to be y equals that value that just keeps repeating on y. So our equation is just y equals 6. Now if you didn't remember that, you would have went through the whole process. You would have said slope is 0. You would have tried to find your y-intercept by using b is equal to y minus mx. You could have picked either one of those points, plugged them in, and done the whole thing. We're just trying to push to the next level of recognizing things way before we do all the work so that we're not working for nothing. So our next example, you should notice that something special is also happening here. This time, all the x's are repeating the same number. So if x's are repeating the same number, when I go and try and find the slope, and I know that it's change in y over change in x, I see that the pattern on y is that it's adding 2 every time. But the pattern on x, the difference is that there isn't one. There's just +0 every time. So when we did change in y over change in x and we try to find our slope, it's going to be 2 divided by 0. I would have still gotten the same thing had I chosen two ordered pairs and done the same thing. Anything divided by 0 is undefined. And we know when I run into undefined, it's kind of like a roadblock. I can't use undefined in a point to write the equation. I've got to know that undefined lines are vertical lines, and vertical lines always have the equation x equals just a number, and that number comes from the x-intercept. I can see that by just looking at what number is repeating on x the whole time. So the equation for this line is x equals 5. So again, especially these vertical lines, you've absolutely got to remember what the equation is. It's x equals the number that x is repeating as the whole time because that is the x-intercept.